excited because tonight I'm going to be making some of my favorite foods. I'm going to be making swordfish steak. Oh, I love swordfish. And then I'm going to be making asparagus. I love asparagus. And I'm going to be making mac and cheese. And mac and cheese is like one of my favorite foods. So to make this asparagus, we're going to need to make an aioli. So for that aioli, I'm going to use the juice of 2 lemons. And then I'm going to use, let's see, 4 garlic cloves should be good. And I'm going to be blending up this aioli in my Nutri Ninja blender. If you have like a little bullet blender, you could do it in that too, or a food processor. I'm going to add 2 eggs. I'm going to add probably about 2 tablespoons olive oil and then 2 tablespoons butter. And then we just need some kosher salt. I'm going to use about half a teaspoon. And oh, maybe just a hint of sweetness since we have the lemon in there. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of honey. You want to make sure you get that lid screwed on there nice and tight. Alright, so that should be nice and blended now. It's liquidy now, but it will firm up in the fridge. That's what it looks like. So the liquid. Smells nice and garlicky. So I'm going to put this in the fridge to let it chill for a little bit and firm up. And we're going to use that in the asparagus. Now we're going to get started on our mac and cheese. So we're going to first need a pot of boiling water, of course. Heat that water on high. And I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil to the water. And I'm going to add some kosher salt to the water. A couple teaspoons. Alright, we're going to heat up our skillet to make our sauce for the mac and cheese. And we're going to melt 1 stick of butter. For the mac and cheese, I'm going to be using sharp cheddar and cream cheese. I'm going to take the swordfish and I'm going to pat it dry with some paper towels. I did originally want to grill the swordfish and the asparagus, but it got too dark too quickly and it wasn't the nicest day today. So I decided I'm just going to bake it. It's a lovely swordfish steak. I absolutely love swordfish. So I'm going to use this roasted garlic and herb seasoning by McCormick and spread that out on the swordfish. Pat it in. Now you don't want to overwhelm the swordfish, just enough seasoning because it's such a delicious fish on its own. Then I have this large navel orange that I'm going to squeeze on top of the swordfish and squeeze the juices into the pan. I'm just going to top that with a little more seasoning because it washed off some. I'm going to take some honey and drizzle it over the swordfish. And take a tablespoon of butter, put it on top of the swordfish. And that should probably be good. We'll bake it in just a little while with the mac and cheese. Okay, our pasta's ready to start boiling. If I can get the box open fast enough. And now it's time to make a roux with our butter and flour. I'm using 1 cup of flour. Okay, now we're going to add our milk. I'm using whole milk. And I'm using a quart of whole milk. Now you want to mix up that flour so you get all the lumps out. I'm going to add some of the pasta water to the mac and cheese just to try and get it to be a little more thicker. I'll also add some salt to the sauce. That's looking very good. I want to add a little more pasta water. Let's see how our pasta is doing, if it's done yet. Not done yet. Alright, those noodles are almost done. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit more pasta water so that we can keep this sauce from getting too thick too quickly. And that lovely sauce. Okay, I think our noodles are done now, so I'm going to drain them. And we're going to want to add our noodles to the pan. Yum, look at that. Delicious. Okay, now we need to add our cheddar. And our cream cheese. We're not playing when we make mac and cheese here. We're gonna make it right. Look at all that cheesy goodness. Okay, so we need some breadcrumbs to go on top. I'm going to use panko, but typically I would use Italian breadcrumbs. I just don't have any. Oh, and we need to get our oven preheated. move the mac off the burner. And then we're going to take our panko and spread it out over top of the mac. And since I don't have Italian breadcrumbs, I think I'm going to sprinkle on some Italian seasoning too. And what more this could use is Parmesan cheese. I don't have any Parmesan cheese. I wonder what else. I don't have any Parmesan cheese, but I have some crushed red pepper flakes. So I think I will use that to give it a little oomph. And then we're going to pop this in the oven with the swordfish and cook it for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to cook my asparagus. Lovely fresh spring asparagus. So with the asparagus, I'm going to want to heat up my pan to medium and add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And then I just want to snap off the ends of the asparagus and add them to the pan. I'm going to cover that and let that steam for a little while. Alright, I'm going to move around my asparagus a little bit, toss it around in the oil, and then I'm going to cover it again. And I need to set my timer for half an hour. Okay, let's mix these up again. I should be getting a nice sear on them. And cover them again. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Okay, I think the asparagus is ready for the aioli now. I am going to season it with just a bit more salt first. Another half a teaspoon. And now we're going to add our aioli. And I want to add some poppy seeds to that. And toss it in the aioli. Look at that. That is going to be delicious. I want to try a little bit. Very good. It's tangy from the lemon. It's got that hint of sweetness from the honey. It's got the poppy seeds. It's got the butter, the garlic, the oil. It's delicious. So I'm going to cover that while I'm waiting for the rest of dinner to be done. Okay, that swordfish should be done, so I'm going to pull it out of the oven. Ooh, that looks delicious. And, do I want to broil that mac and cheese? Maybe I'll broil that mac and cheese. Get it nice and crispy. So we're gonna broil that mac and cheese real quick, get it all nice and bubbly. So zoom you in on that mac and cheese. Ooh, bubbly mac and cheesy goodness. And now I'll zoom you in on the plate as I scoop this mac and cheese. Actually, you might want to see both. Okay, let's get some of this cheesy goodness onto the plate. Oh yeah, yum. That's enough mac and cheese. I know I could eat it all. And I will eat it all. Absolutely delicious. Can't wait to eat this. Let me zoom you in on the meal. This is definitely kind of a healthy cheat, but a cheat all the same because of the mac and cheese and the aioli. But going to be super delicious.